Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how to prepare spaghetti verde, and I'm not just going to throw you out there with the delicious peppers and cream sauce. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to prepare a nice thin cutlet to pair your spaghetti verde. And you guys already know, if you've been here with me or if you're new, I take it very, very slow. I show you everything. So let me go ahead and show you how I make my spaghetti verde with my cutlet. All right, friends. All the ingredients that you need and the measurements that I use are going to be in the description. Before I get started, I want to let you know that you can adjust the portions of these particular items that I'm going to go over with you to make it comfortable for your home. So if you just want to make one little chicken cutlet, it's way less, but it's also the seasonings adjust to the smaller portions. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it, okay? So right here I have my flour mixture, and I'm gonna have it itemized for you in the description area, and I season this one with a little bit of chicken bouillon. Then over here I have my eggs. They're well beaten, and you already know what I did into this one. You guess?
Chicken bouillon.
Yeah, saben. Yeah, we got bougie on this one too. And over here I have my panko crumbs. You can use breadcrumbs, you can use your crackers, but for some reason for me, I am addicted to using panko crumbs because that keeps my kids happy because it's crispy. Like when you fry it up, it stays crispy. So what I did to this one, I added a little bit of what?
Pepper, bouillon.
Bouillon, that's right. And I also seasoned this one to my liking with a little bit of cumin, ground cumin. And that also helps for the kids that really don't like that chicken smell and those kind of things. It really balances out the flavor very, very well. Okay, so for the blend for this flour portion, make sure to look in the description area, friends. If you don't know how to get there, you guys know you just need to ask. So what I did is I chose chicken breast today. You can do this with chicken tenders. And what I did is I pounded them very, very thin. They got a pounding, a nice, gentle pounding. I'm lying, it was a hard pounding. But I put them really, really thin. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dip them into our flour mixture, shake it off, dip it into the egg. And you can do this with one hand, and I usually keep my hand over here. And Cloud already knows that when I get gross, I'm like, I can't touch that because this is my chicken hand. I think as moms, you have to have one that you can keep friendly for your kids because they're gonna be like, can I have some water? Can you help me get this? And it's summertime, all the kids are hungry. So just sprinkle that over.
Especially teenagers, they don't stop eating. Why?
You know what, they really don't. They haven't, my kids are, I don't even know what to expect when they become teenagers. One of the things that I want to mention to you guys is that you guys struggle making your family's meals throughout the week, and you want to, even if you spend one day doing this, you can actually make them like this, freeze them, and once they froze on your sheet, on your baking sheet, then you can take them and put them individually in your Ziploc bags. That way they don't get stuck together, but it's going to help you out like when you have to just fry it up really quick. And these chicken cutlets go great for a salad. They go great for, what else, Cloud? For your tacos.
Tacos.
For the kids' chicken fingers. Because you guys know when you go to a
put me on
restaurant.
the spot. I couldn't think, but over a salad's really good.
Because you had too much coffee again.
Oh, I know. I had the normal coffee, and then I had your café de olla iced. So good.
Well, I made us a huge pot. This is my second cup today. Because, I don't know. I haven't even gotten to my agua fresca today. But Cloud has been making my agua frescas. And I'm pretty much addicted to Cloud's agua fresca right now. Like, you have to have a good hand for it.
Hey,
you really do.
I picked the best pepinos.
Is that how it works?
Mm-hmm.
You know, once you pound the chicken breast like this, it helps those that get grossed out with the textures. And you guys know my Punky does get grossed out with certain textures, or even Bebe, especially with chicken. My Bebe will not touch it. He's like, is it crispy? And I said, yes, it's crispy, or else he won't eat it. He's very particular about his proteins. So it's just a little process like this. And it doesn't have to be like completely saturated. You just want a little bit to give it that nice crisp, okay? Okay, so we have our thinly sliced chicken. And my chicken, if you notice, it has that little color. It's because when I was done pounding and making it really thin, I just sprinkle a little bit of chicken bouillon, okay? You guys know I love that stuff. Dip it into our flour mixture. our egg mixture. And when you're doing your egg mixture, you can start off with like 2 to 3 eggs, depending on the size of your family. And then you can always just crack another egg and mix it in, okay? Don't get too worried about that particular situation. And one thing I'm gonna tell you guys is that once you've already dipped your chicken into any of these components here or combinations, you're done with it. Just toss it, okay? So that's why whenever, I don't like to give you guys a whole cup measurement because I don't know what size chicken you have and what country you're in. Because we do have friends all over the world. So just start off with maybe 1 cup of panko or your breadcrumbs and then add after that, so that way most of it doesn't go to waste.
Shout out to all our friends in China.
Hey, we have a lot of friends in China recently, you guys.
They're rocking out these recipes.
You know, when I first started, I thought that I was gonna have more of our Korean squad show up, like from Korea, but still, it still hasn't gotten that big.
Yeah, I think you have probably what, like a dozen maybe, or folks that we know of at least.
Yeah, we have Korean friends on here, but here in the States, but from Korea, we haven't had anybody represent or say, hey, you got Korea in the house. One? Was it the one that was judging?
Oh, we have 2 then. Because I'm thinking of the other sweet lady that makes desserts.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know, Cloud's jumped on board with us and she's gotten to know you guys so well too, so that helps me out. So we have that. Let's go ahead and go for another one.
All right.
All right, friends, if you guys already enjoyed this skip, if you already enjoyed this part and learned it, you can go ahead and skip. Make it comfortable for your home. I know that my videos are long, but I do have a lot of people that are just learning to cook, and I'm sharing the things that I know, and yeah, that's why they tend to be a little bit longer for you guys. And then I know that some of my comadres, when you guys are cleaning, you guys enjoy these longer videos. So it's hit or miss, but you guys can do whatever you want on your end.
I always do what I want on my end.
You should. It's your life, so live it up.
Hey.
Girl, don't get me started on beautiful Rihanna, okay?
She really is beautiful.
She really is. But you guys already know who I start crying about. I do cry if I talk about a certain individual.
I am not gonna say her name on here.
Yeah, you guys can't say her name because I really break down and cry. It's a lot of love and respect and admiration.
Can you tell us who it is?
I'm gonna tell you, but you're gonna have to like switch it quick because I will start crying.
Okay.
Okay? Michelle Obama, just thinking about her makes me really emotional and grateful and proud. I don't know, it's a profound love that I do have for her. Okay?
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
She's a subject. She's a wonderful lady.
You wanna know what makes me cry?
What?
A bottle of tequila and Juan Gabriel.
Oh my gosh, doesn't that make everybody cry? Girl, you guys know I can only drink tequila if the Grizzlies next to me, okay? I have a tendency of not behaving well. I'm so happy that you guys enjoyed the La Hora Feliz happy hour with us. So for those, you guys can expect them to be posted at whatever time it happens.
That's right.
Just on Wednesdays. The other days, you guys know we post between 4 and 4:30. Somewhere within that time frame.
We decided on Wednesday because it's my day off and I can day drink.
Yes.
I was not about to agree to film a drinking video and not be able to partake.
Yeah. Those were so good though.
Yes, girl.
So I'm gonna be making those recipes that you guys are gonna have, like the virgin drinks in the front of the video. In the front. You're gonna have the virgin drinks in the beginning of the video, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to make them for, you know, for the later of the night, because I don't want my friends that don't drink not to be left out from the fun. Because you guys know, if you come to my house, I do not care what your dietary preference is. I don't care who you are, where have you been, as long as you love me. And I love you guys back, so I'll accommodate all my recipes and accommodate my drinks to you guys. You guys are welcome in my house. Hello and welcome. Even if you guys get angry with me one day, you're still welcome the next day. We get over things quick here. You know, one of my favorite things is like when you guys feel super special, you're like, I requested that recipe. Yeah.
I tally up all the requests.
Yes, we do. Okay, we got one more.
All right.
Look, it's just a habit to keep my hand clean. Because sometimes, like, instead of using the tongs, I know you guys get freaked out with the chicken and I don't want to give you guys anxiety, so that's why I'm using my little tongue. But
where's your good hand? Show it to me.
This is my good hand. This is my dip it in, get crusty type of hand. Okay. But I just didn't want to give you guys anxiety today. Okay. See, I listen to you. I'm stubborn, but I listen. Does that work hand in hand, Claude?
You're stubborn, but you listen?
I'm stubborn, but I listen. I mean, I listen, but I'm still going to do things my way at the end of the day.
I think you could be stubborn if you're not hurting anyone. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm super stubborn in the way that I clean up and do things, but I'm not hurting anyone along the way. You know?
I used to be so much more like tedious with cleaning, but then after having Punky, if you guys have babies on the spectrum, you know what I'm talking about. It's like you clean and all of a sudden it really is a Richter scale within a period of 1 hour. And when he was a baby, there was no way I could have kept any area clean.
Girl, I remember when he was a baby and he came over and I put on Real and it was like the worst thing I could have done for myself and him.
Yeah.
He was so pumped up, girl. He was throwing Legos, dancing. It's fun though to watch.
Yeah, like seriously, I like a lot of their baby pictures, it's gonna look like your mom was messy, but if you guys have kids that have autism on the spectrum, or just boys in general, you guys already know how messy things get. Let me go ahead and clear this out so that I can show you guys what we're gonna be doing next. And when you're at home, you kind of want to take it these steps because it's gonna make it a lot easier for you to get through a really smooth recipe for your family, okay? So that's exactly how I'm gonna be playing and editing this video for you guys.
Sounds good.
Okay, friends, these are the type of chiles that work really well with this recipe. This is the star of the show. It's a poblano, and I have so many of these to go through right now. Which are good because you can keep it healthy and you can keep it low carb with these type of chiles. The other chile you want to use is this Anaheim. The Anaheim chili really brings this spaghetti verde, like it really brings the flavor and kind of switches it up a little bit. New Mexico-ish. Hey, New Mexico. Woo! I'm so excited to hang out with you guys. As usual, you guys bring the chiles, so. But yeah, this chile really brings the flavor. So if you have maybe 3 to 4 of the poblanos, and then even if you add half or one of these roasted ones, it's gonna taste delicious. Just remember, I'm showing them fresh to you, but you do have to roast them. If you wanna learn how to roast them, we did it in our recipe for the rajas. I'll put it in the description area and I'll try to clip in something here so you can get an idea at the end of how I roasted these particular peppers, okay? So now that I've shown you the peppers we're gonna be using, let me show you how we're gonna make that delicious, creamy, amazing sauce, okay? Now that I've showed you the peppers that we roasted, I'm gonna go ahead and start our creamy poblano sauce for our spaghetti, okay? And for this particular occasion, to keep it a little bit more traditional, what you're used to seeing, I'm just using poblano peppers. They've already been roasted. And I usually roast a lot of these and I keep some in the refrigerator because they're super handy when you have to make them for breakfast with your eggs, for a quick lunch. You know what I mean. So I'm gonna go ahead and add those in. Our garlic and your onion. And the onion's very forgiving. You can use 1/4 to half of an onion and you should be okay. And especially for my friends that don't like cilantro, even if you don't add the cilantro, which really brings the flavor for this particular dish, you're gonna find that even this quick little balance that we have going on is equally as delicious. I don't want you guys to be eating soap. Because that's what you taste, right? Soap. I'm like that with some carrots, but I still eat them anyways.
Really?
Yes, with carrots. Like the core of the carrot, like to me it tastes soapy, the way that cilantro tastes to people. But I have this whole genetic thing done that it says that I would be likely to think cilantro soapy or not like it, and I love it.
Yeah, I know you do.
So you're gonna pick your choice of cream, and it's heavy cream that you want to use. You guys only have half and half, that should still work out well.
Heavy cream, like Mexican heavy cream or any kind of cream?
You can use Mexican heavy cream, and for our friends that can't get a hold of it, any heavy whipping cream will work for this particular recipe.
Yeah, okay. This iced coffee makes me want to run a marathon right now. I can't stay
You're all smiles back there, girl.
But I can't stay still.
So I have my portion of water. You can go with half a cup to a full cup, but I want to make mine, I know it gets really thick, so I want to make mine a little bit runny, so that way when it absorbs with with your pasta, it just doesn't get stuck into a clump. You have more of a smooth process going on.
Smooth criminal.
Dun, 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 dun. You want to add your desired amount of your chicken bouillon, or you can add salt, or your choice of flavoring. Pepper. That's it. So now we're gonna go ahead and blend. I usually go 1, 2, and then I blast it at a 3. We're still loving our Ninja blender, but if there's any other companies that would like us to try it, we're more than willing to. Yeah. I just want to try things that work for you guys. You guys have seen, you can go back a year, and I've been using this blender. That's why it's all not new, because that's how we do it. So, ahí va. 1, 2, go. This blender is pretty strong, so if there's anything that's up here that I want to get blended, I go ahead and I do that a little bit more. If you guys have a little bullet, it might take you a little bit longer to do this, but you can still get it done. And I'm saying for our friends that are on the road, you know who I'm talking to. We have a lot of people that are on the road, trucking, working, and you guys are still trying to eat healthy, and that is admirable to me. I admire that. So one of these days I'll probably hit the road. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this for about another minute. Boom sauce, it's done. So now that we have all these things set up, we prepped all of our food, we're gonna go ahead and take it over to the stove and get this party started, because my family's looking at me. I have Bebe over there staring at me because he's hungry. You wanna say hi, Bebe? You wanna say hello? So we're gonna go ahead and head over here to the stovetop, and I'll show you guys our next step.
Hi, Views Club.
What are you listening to?
Lilo and Stitch 2.
Nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and add some salt to my boiled water, and just use the salt to taste, okay? If you're not sure what to start with, I'd say start with ½ teaspoon, and then next time that you make your own pasta, you know you're gonna add 1 teaspoon. It just depends on your salt levels that you enjoy. So pick whatever pasta you like to use. Spaghetti works. And for those days where the kids only eat the elbows, you can make this with elbows too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in here. Have you guys ever been impatient to where you're waiting for your spaghetti to wilt down a bit and bend, and I end up putting my pan really high so all my corners of my spaghetti are like burnt, and the kids are like, what happened? I'm like, nothing yet. So yeah, I'm human, I make mistakes, and then I correct them with a really good sauce. Okay friends, I went ahead and put the lid on my pasta. When that's done, you guys are gonna see me transition. But right here, what I do is you need a wooden spoon, a wooden chopstick, something that doesn't have like crust over it, like any plastic, nothing like that, just a regular wooden spoon. Dip it in your oil. If you have the bubbles that come around, you're ready to fry, okay? So now we're gonna go ahead and give this cast iron another try. You guys told me to cure it differently. I did, I listened to you guys, so I didn't get rid of it. We're gonna give it another go. And these are the sets that I got at Costco. Okay?
Okay.
I know you guys hear me get quiet. I'm like, show up. Show us what you got. I haven't been frying so much, you know? Here on the channel, like I do my little chicken fingers for the kids and the family for the weekends and stuff, but I've been frying.
Do you ever air fry? You don't like it?
I air fried once, and I have the Philips air fryer.
Yeah.
And I'm home cooking. Not that that isn't. I just maybe I don't know how to do it and it didn't come out right, but I'm not fond of it.
It didn't come out crispy or stuff?
It did come out crispy, but it was in between like crispy and like burnt hard. because I try to do my tacos in there. You know?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. It's tender, tender. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to fry it on each side maybe about 1.5 minutes or 2, and then we're gonna set it to the side because it's gonna continue cooking. And what most people do to make the mistake is that you keep it here for all the minutes and expect it to cook and be crisp and perfect, restaurant style, and it doesn't happen. You gotta double fry when you're frying. And in this particular occasion, since we've pounded our chicken so thin, it's gonna be super easy. Okay, so now that I have that one going, I'm gonna go ahead and add my next one.
Well, I guess you got 2 chicken hands now.
I do have 2 chicken hands. So what I'm trying to say to you guys right now is make sure that you don't pour your oil all the way to the top. Start off with maybe halfway, a little bit less than halfway, and when you add your first chicken, you can kind of see if you have space to add a little more oil, even if you need it, okay? Because I don't want you guys to run into any problems at home. I want to keep you guys safe. Okay, that one has a little bit to go. Okay, friends, this one's ready to come out for a little bit. I'll grab it from there since it kind of tore a little bit. And I'm gonna bring it to the side because this one's gonna come back in the fryer when we're done with the rest of them, okay? So I'll move it to the side. That hot oil is gonna allow it to continue to cook. If your oil is smoking, don't put anything into it because you're gonna fry it and it's gonna char it up immediately. So if you see that it's burning, lower your heat, wait till that smoke goes away, and then continue your process, okay? And this one right here is to impress my man because, you know, the Texans, go big or go home. There you go, babe. That's for you. It's the size of this whole pan.
That bro can eat.
And he stays so fit and strong. I love it. I love it.
Girl, he gave me a workout plan once, like I was gonna be like in some competition. I was like, what?
You know, when we first met, we started our New Year resolution. I've been trying to be avid in the gym, you know, inspired by his body and his looks, you know. And I remember trying to go and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna start running, and let's start with running, and then I can incorporate other things. I pretty much had like an hour workout with him, and I was throwing up. I didn't want to eat anything the rest of the day at all, okay? That was the first attempt.
¿Por qué es así?
I don't know, pesado. And even though I'm his wife, he's very sweet, but he's still gonna give me like the workout.
Yep.
So I remember then after I tried again, maybe like 2 years later, I'm saying, okay, I'm ready. I went to the gym with him for a week and I couldn't walk for a month. Pretty much.
He walks out nonchalant.
Yeah, all great.
Yeah, he's been really helping out Isaiah. Isaiah has muscles and like starting to form abs. I'm like, okay, dude.
I saw him and I'm like, what's going on here? He's like, my Theo Robert's helping me out. Like,
No wonder that teenager wants to eat all the time.
Well-
Me va a dejar en bancarrota.
Well, you know, since I'm dropping so much weight and stuff, I'm like, I think I'm ready to try it again. So it might be fun to do.
I don't think so. I only do yoga, the yoga butt lift, regular yoga, and stretches and meditation. I'm not into anything heavy.
Well, the thing is that I have like the boys that are going to be teenagers, and they're very like husky, you know?
Yeah, they are.
And they're solid. So,
Wait, I do like using your rower. That one's kind of cool. That's a lot of fun.
girl, any of you guys want to drop some weight quick, get on that rower. It really works out a lot of parts of your body. A lot. It does so much for like your love handles, for your arms. And I think for me, since I'm like so heavy on the top, like I get very muscular and bulky. So it's like, you always talk about having a Tasmanian devil frame. Girl, if I work out, that's what my body turns
¿Por qué
to.
nos hicieron así, eh?
I don't know, girl.
Shout out to our mom and our dad.
Yeah.
Thanks for that belt.
All right, this one looks good enough for me to take out already. So let's go ahead and transfer. Let me add one more piece in here and then I'm gonna go ahead and take out my pasta and I'll see you guys shortly. They're like, Steph, it's the same video, we get it. I know. Watching my P's and Q's, you guys.
Really? That's how you lift up your lid?
Yes. Okay, I'll get my things. I know you get paranoid.
Safety first.
All right, let me go strain this real quick. All right, friends, I've already strained my spaghetti, and what I like to do, ooh, don't go anywhere. I like to put a little bit of butter, so that way while I'm waiting, it prevents it from sticking. So if you don't want to use butter, you can use a little bit of oil once you strain it, and go from there. This is what works for me. It's not anything traditional, I'm assuming. So take it easy on me, guys. This is what works for me when I'm cooking for my family. Okay, now that the pieces are a little bit smaller, I get to put a little more pieces in here, yeah.
Is that one on the far side, is that one a double fry?
Nope, not yet.
Oh yeah, it looks pretty though.
It's because the heat in your oil will start getting hotter and then you get them more crispy, so you gotta keep an eye on that.
That looks cute.
It does look cute, doesn't it?
What kind of oil do you like to fry with?
I like to fry, ideally peanut oil, but there's so many allergies and gassiness with it that I fry with canola oil.
You don't like to get gassy there?
I don't mind it, but it's not a
Your
comfortable
man
feeling.
might mind it.
Yeah, right. He wouldn't even care. He would not care. When you guys are frying this, the part that has the thicker part of your chicken, it's usually the one that takes a little bit longer and the other end crisps up a lot faster, but don't worry. This little step of pounding it pretty even will make you cook it mostly at the same time. And then, of course, who doesn't enjoy the extra crispier parts?
You keep talking about pounding and I keep thinking about zapateado.
Really?
Yeah, because in my dance class, the teacher would always say, pound your feet into the ground. And I would be like, what?
Oy, qué vergüenza.
I'm getting like traumatic experiences from that word.
Dude, you know the zapateado was so therapeutic for me to do?
Well, yeah, but
It
that was
is.
your teacher yelling in your ear. I was in the advanced class where the teacher had no pity for her, no compassion, nothing for your learning. It was like, this is experience level, you guys should all know how to do this. And she or he, depending who was there that day, would come and yell in our ears, like, pound it, pound your feet into the ground.
Qué vergüenza. Okay, friends, now that I'm at my last little piece here, this beautiful heart looking thing, we're gonna go ahead and start doing the double fry, and it's gonna be the same thing. These are pretty thin, they're pretty cooked. So as soon as you see that they're golden brown, it's very likely that they are ready. Oh, anywhere between 2 to 4 minutes. Because again, we have different stoves, we have different things going on, so consider that.
Oh, double frying time.
Double frying time.
I always behave myself when I'm near the fryer. Like I can't horseplay.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful.
Yep. You know what? My Ari boy has been playing with the teenagers all night. Like, he's been barking, chasing them out of the room.
Why?
I don't know, he's stressed out.
Why are you being naughty, Ari boy?
It's because the kids stay up and he hears noises and it bothers him.
Really?
Yeah. I'm old, girl. 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. is midnight to me.
I mean, I do keep you up sometimes.
You're a night owl.
Sleeping can be boring at times. I have a lot of things to do.
I love to sleep.
I lost the love of the passion for sleep a long time ago.
¿Quieres que te dé una pastillita para que te duermas?
No, gracias. You know, I tried the melatonin and that makes me so cranky.
Oh, yeah?
Girl, don't give me that because you won't even tolerate me the next day.
No. Trinity sometimes has to fix her sleep schedule with the melatonin gummies.
Really? Then we're gonna have to take
Do
her.
they work?
We're gonna have to take her on a road trip if she's having issues. That's how.
She is.
Such a sweet girl. She is killing it. She's even going to taking classes for both sessions in the summer. That girl has a drive.
She hasn't stopped since she got out of high school. She's enrolled herself full time and taking a lot of classes. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I tried to
because
tell her
when she told me she even had more classes in the regular schedule.
yes,
I'm like, what? She's like, I need to. And I'm like, what? She's like, then she goes over her
her plan.
plan and I'm like, oh man.
She's been like that since she was 5, like making a plan for herself every day.
You know what? I really love how stern and direct she is. A lot of people can't handle that kind of personality, and I feed off of her personality. Like, I think it's amazing.
But isn't it crazy how tiny she is and her voice is like super sweet, but she'll tell you. Like, she'll set the record straight if she needs to, and you're kind of
Yeah.
like, whoa.
You have spicy little things.
I know, my kids are
Yeah.
small and spicy.
See, with the panko, you're gonna think like, oh, you're burning it, but my kids, they love that particular color right there. So you're gonna have to test it with your family and see if they want it more golden, because once you give them that crispy little part, guess what? That's what they're gonna want all the time. So this one looks good enough to take off. Because you have to remember, it's hot oil. It's still gonna be cooking this when we take it off, the insides.
Ooh, that cutlet would be great with your hot oil mix.
Oh, yeah. I'm not ignoring that you said the hot oil. I think I'll need a little bit more. Yeah, it really does look nice, doesn't it? Okay, I'm gonna start on my sauce right now because I'm doing the second fry. So I'm gonna switch this to the side while I get my sauce started on the other pan, okay?
Awesome.
When you're gonna do your second fry, be careful because it's still very tender and juicy. So when you put it in the oil, you might feel like it's gonna pop on you. So make sure you pick a burner to the back when you're doing this. For our purposes, I usually do it up front for you guys. But on your end, put it towards the back. And please be careful, okay? Because it will pop and I don't want you guys to hurt yourselves. Okay, friends, you guys enjoyed that segment yesterday where we go over the top comment, and the comment that gets the most thumbs up is the one that I'm going to be reading for the following video. So on this one, the top comments was 40 thumbs up, girl, hey. And this is Araceli Polendo. Hola, thank you so much for being part of our channel, part of our club. So I'm going to go ahead and read. And if you guys don't like me reading, I don't know, like.
Yes, I like to read.
Okay, so my 21-year-old asked me to go to Sam's with her, and we got a sample of the watermelon lemonade, and I told her mine's better.
Oh, is that the emoji?
That's the emoji. And she said she made watermelon water. So my 9-year-old said, like that lady you're watching on YouTube. My older girl said, oh, I got my water recipe from the lady with the red hair, and I about peed my pants. We both found you at the same time. Love it. Heart eye emoji. Hearts. Sorry for the long story. Love you guys. And yes, San Antonio in the house again. You guys, between New Mexico and San Antonio, you guys are owning this channel. Like, seriously, you guys are representing. I want to thank you guys so much for all your love. And I honestly, like, when I get these messages, I don't really care how long-winded you are. I love reading these messages. It fills my heart. It makes me feel like I'm doing something right, and we're connecting as family because I welcomed you into my home. And thank you guys so much for welcoming me into yours. I almost got tongue-tied and about cried. And it's not even the Michelle Obama conversation. So Thank you guys so much for being so kind to me. Now let's get back to this recipe, okay? Before I start crying. Okay, friends, now that we have our second fry going on in the back, what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna go ahead and place my butter. You can go between 1 tablespoon to 2, just whatever you're comfortable with. And for me, I'm gonna get my kids really thick and juicy this summer because we've already had a lot of agua frescas. They're looking healthy, so we can enjoy a little bit of this today. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So just keep checking on it, and then you kind of get the gist of like what you need to do to flip it, or if you need to add a little oil on the top. You guys get it. Okay, my butter seems to be melting well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add our poblano blend. And I saved a little bit of my pasta water that I'm gonna put in here so that I can go ahead and pour it so that we don't miss out on any of that flavor. I try to keep most of my recipes kid friendly, but if you guys like more of a spice type of flavors in your food, you can add some serrano or jalapeno to this and it's going to taste equally as delicious. That one needs a little bit more. You guys, I couldn't resist the piece. You want to taste your food. Here, Carl.
Thank you.
It's super crispy.
Girl, I'm gonna go get some of your hot oil.
Go ahead, dip it in. So another thing you can do while you're making this, if you lower your oil, it's gonna take a little bit longer to cook. And that way you can get to making your sauce and your spaghetti and everything at the same time. And you want to make sure that when you're making your spaghetti, it's al dente, and al dente is when it's not fully cooked, it's about to be cooked. Because it'll continue to cook when you add it in your sauce and those kind of things, and you don't want it to be too mushy.
This is what I'm dipping the chicken in.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I've decided that I'm going to give you guys this recipe as a gift when we get to our 200,000 subscribers. So if you guys want that chili oil, because I wanted to sell it, but then I'm like, what for? What if I were to die tomorrow? What if something happens? I want you guys to have that, so I'm gonna gift it to you guys. Why?
The recipe.
I'm gonna gift the recipe. Yes, because at some point I will be bottling that sauce up. It's that good. So let me go ahead and dip it in the oil. Quit trying to see what ingredients are in there. Wait till you get to 200 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers.
Girl, delicious.
Girl. Ooh.
So our mother, when I came over, I don't know where you were at, but she was in the kitchen and she had rice, white rice that she had made. And I saw her with that oil and I said, Mamá, ¿qué es eso? Dice, un aceite que hizo tu hermana, está bien rico, eso lo pongo en mi arroz. So I was like, what? Come, I didn't get this. So she serves me a little bowl with the rice, and that girl, we finished that oil thing.
I had made a jar and she's like, Mika, when are you gonna make more?
We finished half of it. I felt so bad, but it was delicious.
Shout out to my girl Charlene for sending me authentic New Mexico chilies, arisca, powder, flakes, and let me tell you, I tried my new chili oil with the New Mexico blend, and it was exactly what it needed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
for
much.
the gift that you added for me.
Yes,
Very sweet.
Thank you guys so much for loving my sister, for loving me, and for being so thoughtful and taking time out of your day for us. I appreciate that. Whether you guys come and watch our channel, that's a gift in itself for me, you know? I'm like, what's that sound? Did you hear it? I'm like, oh, it's still juicy.
I thought you could hear my crunching because I'm sneaking pieces over here with the hot one.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for being so generous and thoughtful, for coming every single day. I appreciate that. You guys are requesting me to go on Food Network. You guys got to call, send them letters, emails, if you guys want to see me on there. The other thing that I'm going to say is whether I get picked up by a channel or a network, I'm still showing up for you guys. I'm happy with you guys.
Yes.
Granted, if we do one of those type of channels, I don't think we can do the banter. You guys get the banter here because they're more serious, right? Like straight to the recipe, very monotone.
Yeah. We'll get in trouble.
We would. I don't know, maybe Univision would take us, girl.
Univision.
Univision.
There's the coffee. It's almost done.
You know, I don't know if you were able to find a link to those, because we had our friends here when I used that one that always asked me where I got it from.
Okay, I'll find something.
So I need your help with that.
Oh yeah, I can find them. No worries.
Okay, so once your sauce thickens up a bit, it's gonna take about 5-10 minutes. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our pasta, okay? Ready? Gladiators, ready? You guys, I'm sneaking pasta already too.
I'm hungry today.
Yeah, let me know what kind of pasta you guys like to use. I always stick to Barilla because the consistency stays well and the flavor is really good. It's not so bland and it doesn't get mushy too easily.
Yeah, we'll start making our own pasta and freezing it.
Really? I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
I'll make the sausage, girl.
Okay. Got this.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, but I really like that texture in that particular pasta because of my punky. And he's been enjoying pasta more since I used that particular brand.
The Barilla gluten-free pasta is good.
Amazing. That one holds up so well.
I was shocked with that one.
Okay, so just make sure you incorporate your pasta well into the sauce. Turn it off and set it to the side, because if you cook this pasta anymore with this sauce, you're gonna run out of sauce, okay? And that's not what we want here. So my cutlets are almost done here. What's going on, Ari boy?
It's not Ari, it's Rumi.
It's Rumi. It's our troubles.
Let's let troubles out.
Okay, friends, well, we let troubles out over there. If you guys saw me on the Views Club, you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, and I'll meet you guys on the island for some delicious plating, okay? Now it's time for a tasting. You know I can't let you go without tasting. Well, when I don't have my spoon, I can just use my, my knife. Oh my goodness. I don't know, this spaghetti with this chicken is my favorite combo. It also works really well with shrimp. You know what? I was gonna say, I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I know what I did. I dropped a few pounds. Who am I fooling? A few? A lot. Girl, it is so good. All right, friends, that's how I make my spaghetti verde, and I make it into a delicious meal with that chicken cutlet. Please come back and let me know if you guys enjoy this recipe. And if you're new to the channel and you like the way we chit chat and give recipes, please make sure to subscribe and then click that bell for notifications. I'm so excited to eat. My kids are staring at me. So on that note, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Adios.